Hello everybody, I hope you're well. Susan Douglas here from the Douglas Method. I like to come in and give you some of the success stories that we have. This one was with a patient who was actually hypermobile. Now, for those that don't know, hypermobility is when a joint goes beyond the natural range of movement, and obviously this can cause a lot of problems. So this particular patient came to me. She had no idea that she was hypermobile, which is usually the case, yeah. She'd never been told she was. She'd had neck pain for a number of years and had never really found anything to get rid of it. Basically because she wasn't doing the right things for it. So with hypermobility, it's very specific. It's very specific with anything. Is that in order to treat the problem, you have to find out what caused the problem, yeah? So simply, if you just throw exercises, cookie cutting exercises or nilly-willy exercises at things, then it becomes a bit potluck. So anyway, what happened with this young lady was that she came to me with neck pain. Now, we examined her, we did a consultation, we did some tests, we looked at range of movement, and we did specific tests to check if she was hypermobile. I added some of my own in there as well, and I was quite happy that she definitely was had joint hypermobility. Okay, so then what I did was, once we knew what joints were weak, that then told us why she probably had the neck pain. So we gave her a program which included strengthening the weak joints. I tested them to see where the tightness was, and obviously with hypermobility you have to be very careful. You don't particularly want to stretch, but when I'm doing a program with somebody, I will test them to see if they're tight, and I might give them a specific stretch. But maybe even for just a particular length of time. It might be 2 days, it might be 3 days. I don't know until I'm working with them. But it depends. Everybody's very different. But in this lady's case, yes, she had a few stretches. She had a treatment I developed. So we had stretches in there. We had some self-help massage. We had some realignment. We had some strength in there as well. So we had quite a few interventions in there. So she came back for her second session, and yes, everything was great. 2 sessions, absolutely brilliant. We were at zeros, yeah. So I usually do 3 sessions and get to zeros, but the 2 we were at zeros. However, we didn't have this change in there was a slight change up here, and it just, you know, I like to get a 0. So when there's not zeros, I start to look at something else. So however, I went back to looking at her elbows, because we know that there's lots of nerves run in the body, and if something gets trapped in your elbow, of course it can affect up here. So what I did was I looked at her elbows again. Her elbows did lock out, okay? So elbows locking out again means that I can't show you because I'm not hypermobile. That you see how I've still got a little dip here. If you're hypermobile, your sort of elbow here disappears, that goes up and it bends the other way. So I double checked that again, and yes, definitely hypermobile there, that's fine. And then I got her to go through certain movements. And what she did was she said, but still so when I lift my arm, and she straightened her arm out. And I went, can you lift your arm again with it being bent? And she went, that's not as bad. Okay, so we tested again. And what we did was I got her to lift her arm. And she went, the pain's there. And I asked her to straighten her arm out. And the pain got worse. So again, the pain wasn't there. So it wasn't there with the bend in the elbow. Sorry, I said that wrong at the beginning. When the arm is up here and it was bent, there was no pain, no discomfort up this area. When she straightened the elbow and it locked out, then there was the pain. So what I did with her, I activated her biceps. So I activated the biceps because the biceps attach here and attach here. So what we did was we strengthened that area to stop the elbow from locking out as much. We did it just with some straightforward bicep curls. We did it with a band. And I did it in a technique that I do, which is to activate the muscles. And then we retested it with the straight arm, and it wasn't painful anymore. Okay, so this is why it's so important that we analyse exactly what is the problem. Because if we analyse what the problem is, we can then fix the problem. Okay, I hope you found that interesting. My patient is delighted, and I look forward to a third session where I want her at zeros, and then we'll just go through exactly how she can stop this ever happening again. So she's got all the knowledge and all the tools to do it herself.